One thing I forgot to ask you. Now, I played some games with you once before, but I forgot to ask you this time how old you were. How old are you now?
5.
You're 5 years old? When are you going to be 6?
August 31st.
Oh, so you were just 5 in August. Okay. Do you like being 5 years old?
I get to eat lunch at school.
Oh, when you're 5, you get to eat lunch at school. That sounds pretty good. I got a question for you. How old do you think I am?
I don't know.
Well, just take a guess. How old do you think I am?
30?
30? That's a pretty good guess. Just about how old I am. Good job.
40?
I think we don't have to go up that high. Somewhere between 30 and 40, let's say. Let's start with the game that I have to play with you. See these 2 pencils? I'm going to put this one right here and this one right here. Now, you look at those pencils and tell me something. Are both of those pencils the same length? Are they the same length?
No.
They're not? Which one's longer?
This one.
Can we make them so that they're both the same length? Let's fix them up here. Let's move that one right like that and like that. How about now? Are they the same length now?
Yeah.
Okay, they're the same now. Okay, now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to move it like that. Now, are they the same length now? Or is one longer and one shorter?
One's longer and one's shorter.
One's longer now? Which one's longer?
This one.
That one's longer? How can you tell?
Because you moved it up.
I moved it up. Does that make it longer?
No.
Doesn't make it longer?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, what do you think now? If you look at those right now, which one do you think is longer?
This one.
That one's longer. Okay, now, I'm going to move it back to where it was before, just like that. Now, are they the same length now, or is one longer and one shorter?
They're both same.
They're the same now. Okay, very good. All right. Now I have 2 balls of clay. Take a look at those. You can pick them up if you want. Want to pick them up and feel them?
No.
Okay, here's the question. Is there the same amount of clay in both of those balls? Or does one have more or does one have less? What do you think? Are they the same?
More.
Which one do you think has more?
This one.
How could we make it so that they're the same?
I don't know.
Let's try this. I'll take a little piece off of this one, since that one has more, right? Put it on here. Let's roll it back out again. I'll roll this one back out again. Now, do they have the same amount now? What do you think?
Yeah.
They do. Sure about that? Okay, now watch what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to roll it out like this. Kind of a sausage or a hot dog. Now look at those 2 pieces of clay. Do they have the same amount of clay now? Or does one have more or does one have less?
They both still have the same.
They still have the same now? How do you know? How do you know they still have the same?
I don't know.
You don't know? But you're pretty sure they have the same amount. Okay. Now what about if I do this again? I'll roll it back up into a ball. Now, are they the same now? Do they have the same amount of clay now?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Should we bring these pennies over here? Here's a different game with pennies. Look at all these. Now watch what I'm going to do. Let's make 2 rows of pennies. Now I'll call this one your row. And I'll make another row and I'll call that one my row. Okay, there they are. 2 rows of pennies. Now, are there the same number of pennies in your row as in my row?
Yeah.
Do they have the same number?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you know that? How could you be sure?
Because if you matched them up like this.
Then there'd be the same?
Yep, there's the same.
Okay, very good. Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my row and do something to it. And go like this. Now, let me ask you the question again. Now, do we have the same number of pennies in both rows? Or does one have more, or does one have less?
We still have the same.
Still have the same? How can you tell?
Because you left more space in yours than mine.
I left more space? Okay. Is there another way that you could tell that we have the same number of pennies?
No.
No? Could we count them?
Yeah.
Do you know how to count?
Yeah.
Okay, let's count one row. You count your row.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Now count my row.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's right. There's 6 in both rows, aren't there? Okay. And let's put them back together like this. And let's ask the question again. Do they have the same number of pennies in each row now?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you know? How can you tell that they're the same number?
I remember.
You remember from before? Okay, very good. Let's take all the pennies except one away and bring over some other money. Okay? Let's bring over this money. Now, do you know the names of these? What's this one?
Penny.
Okay, that one's a penny. You know that that one's a penny. Are there any others that you know the names of? What do you think this is? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, let me try to tell you. This one's a penny. This one's a quarter. Have you ever heard that word before? Quarter?
Yeah.
Okay, that one's the quarter.
That one's a 10 cents.
That one's a 10 cent. That's a dime. Okay. What about this one? Do you remember this one?
Nickel.
That's right. Very good. A nickel. All right. Now you look at those, all that money, and you tell me which one is the most money. Which
This
one is
one.
the most? This one's the most? How do you know that? Why do you think that's the most?
Cause I don't know.
Okay, let's take that one out. Now, there's 3 left. Now which one is the most money?
I don't know.
You don't know? How about taking a guess? What do you think? What do you think might be the most money now?
This one.
That one? Okay. Why do you think that might be the most? Any idea?
This one.
That one? Okay. And then this one. This one is the least amount of money?
Yeah.
Okay. This one is next. This one is next. And the dime is last. Okay. How much is this?
10.
How much is that one?
Mm.
How much is that one?
I don't know.
How much is that one?
I don't know.
Okay, very good. You know, when we were talking before, you told me that you were left-handed. You know what? I'm left-handed too.
Mm.
So we're both left-handed. Could you show me your left hand?
This one's my left hand.
Okay. Which one's your right hand?
This one.
Okay, can you put your left hand right here? And put your right hand right there? Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take your left hand and I'm going to put it over here. Now, is that one still your left hand? And that one's still your right hand?
Yeah.
It is? How do you know it is?
Because I just know.
Because you just know? Okay. Now, you can take your hands back. Now look at my hands. Which one is this hand? Do you think? Is this my left hand or my right hand?
I don't know.
How about this one?
I don't know.
Take a guess. Which one do you think this one is?
Your left hand.
Okay, this one's my left hand. What about this one?
That one's your right hand.
This one's my right hand. Okay, this is my left, and this is my right. Now watch what I'm going to do. Put my left hand over here. Now which one is my left hand and which one is my right hand?
Still the same.
They're still the same? Okay, very good. You know, another thing I was wondering about, and I forgot to ask you before, is whether you have any brothers and sisters. Do you have any brothers and
I
sisters?
just have a sister,
A sister. What's her name?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. How old is Lindsay?
2.
She's 2 years old? Oh. Well, is Lindsay a baby then? Do you think that she's a baby?
She's not a baby. She can walk.
Oh, she can walk,
But
okay.
she doesn't drink out of a bottle.
She doesn't drink out of a bottle anymore? She's pretty grown up. What else can she do?
She can eat without baby food and without a grinder.
Wow. She is getting old. Let me ask you this question. Now, you said that Lindsay is your sister. But does Lindsay have any brothers or sisters? None? She doesn't have any brothers or sisters?
But we have boy cousins.
You have cousins, okay. You have boy cousins. How many cousins do you have?
I can't count
Okay.
too many. Because we have 5 granddaughters. And
You have 5 granddaughters? Who has 5 granddaughters?
my grandma.
Oh.
And
So you're a granddaughter. Are you a granddaughter?
and I have three boy cousins.
And 3 boy cousins. Okay. So both you and Lindsay have boy cousins. Okay. But Lindsay doesn't have any brothers or sisters. Okay. Very good. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we take a little break right now? Okay? And then we can finish up in a few minutes. Okay. Very good. Do you like playing this game?
And you wanna do something?
What do you want to do?
Draw.
Do you? Okay, you can draw a picture. Okay. So why don't you pick one crayon out of there to use to draw those 2 things? I'm just going to ask you to draw 2 shapes. That's a good one? Okay, what color is that one? I need to read it because I can't remember what any of these are. Oh no. Somebody took off the name. Oh, it's violet red. Okay, let's put the box down there. Now here's your sheet of paper. Ready? There. Can you draw that shape? Let's see. You draw that shape. Okay, very good. You know the name of that shape? What do you call that?
Rectangle.
It's a rectangle? Okay. Let me borrow your crayon. I'll draw another shape. What is that shape?
Circle.
Can you draw a circle? Let's put it on the back. Okay. Boy, you're really good. Now, here's a different sheet of paper. Can you draw that shape?
No.
Oh, I bet you can. Just try to finish it up. It's pretty good. Do you know what shape that is? Do you know what that's called? It's a diamond shape. Is that a harder one to draw? Okay. Well, let's take these 2 away. That's all the drawing you need to do. Let's put your crayon away.
I took a long walk back and threw my tarp down at home.
Oh, you did?
My tarp part.
Oh, you know what? This is loose. Let's put your lid on the paste or it'll dry out. Put your balloon in there, and then we'll close it up.
Got a pink balloon.
Pink one. Put it in your bag here. Now, I just have a few more questions I'd like to talk with you about. I heard you talking with your mom, talking about your friends. And I was just wondering if we could talk about your friends for a while. How many friends do you have?
Well, 4.
You have 4 friends? What are their names?
Stephanie, Alvin, Christine,
Stephanie, okay.
Oliver,
Christine,
Starkey,
Christine,
and Heather Parcel,
and Heather, okay.
and Katie.
And Katie. Oh, so you have lots of friends. Who's your best friend? Who's your very best friend?
Stephanie Oliver.
Stephanie Oliver is? Okay. Why is she your best friend?
Well, I used to play with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I go over and play with her every single day.
Oh, you go over and play at her house with her?
But when I'm at Judy's, I have to play with Carrie.
Oh. Do you like Carrie?
She's a ball baby.
She's a ball baby? Oh, that's too bad. Well, why do you like Stephanie better than Carrie?
Because I just do.
Because why?
Because I just do.
Because you just do, okay.
Mm-hmm.
How did Stephanie get to be your friend?
I met her
You met her? Where?
when I moved to Coon Valley.
When you moved to Coon Valley, you met her. And then what happened?
Nothing.
Nothing? How did you get to be friends then?
We played.
Oh, you played together.
And you know what? Stephanie Oliver taught me to blow bubbles and tie my shoes.
She did. She's accomplished.
Hmm.
It's pretty good. She's a pretty good friend. Are you Stephanie's best friend? How do you know that?
Yeah.
How do you know
Because
that you're
she-
Stephanie's best friend?
She tells me.
She tells you? How else do you know? She tells you that you're your best friends?
I know. I just do know.
You just do know, okay. Do you ever get into arguments with Stephanie?
No.
Never? You never have any fights or arguments? Are there other children that you don't like? Who aren't your friends?
No.
Nobody? You like everybody? The same?
Yeah.
But Stephanie's special. Stephanie's your best friend. Okay.
Only Stephanie and Christine are my best friends.
What would you do, Nicole, if you didn't have any friends?
Play with my sister.
Play with your sister, Lindsay? Would she be your friend then?
Yeah.
So you would consider that Lindsay would be your friend.
Yeah.
What about your mom and dad? Are they your friends?
No.
They're not?
No.
What are they?
They're my mom and dad.
But they can't be your friends too?
They can.
They can, but they're not?
No.
Okay. Do you think that Stephanie is always going to be your best friend?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Because I just do.
Because you just do. You like Stephanie a lot. Well, what do you do when you're together?
We play dolls or Barbies.
Oh. Do you go to school with her?
No, I'm not in the same grade as her.
How old is she? Is she older than you?
She's 7.
Oh, I see. So she's probably in what? What grade is she in?
7th grade.
She's in 7th grade because she's 7. Okay. 7th or 2nd?
I don't know.
You don't know which one. Okay. Do you have any friends that are boys?
No.
No. Do you think you could? Do you think you could have any friends that are boys? Okay, so you could have a friend who is a boy or a girl. Okay. What makes somebody a good friend?
I don't know.
You don't know? What makes Stephanie a good friend to you?
Mm-hmm.
Can you think of any reason why Stephanie is your best friend?
No.
Okay. I think that should do it. Very good. What do you do all day with Stephanie when you play?
Play. But I have to go home and eat lunch.
Oh. When do you see her?
Hmm?
When do you see her? After school?
Yeah, but sometimes I have